Okay, we'll try to get this spare tire down and get this back gas tank off. Gotta get this hook unbolted there, enough to get that to drop down. I should be able to swing that tire out, get that out of the way, and then I'll show you the gas tank bolts from there. Let me grab something to get some leverage on that. A piece of pipe or something. I don't know how rusted up it'll be. It's probably too big to... I know this isn't really very good for it, but if it'll... Nope, it's not working. Need one of these. Never actually took one of these style down. I'm used to the little bit newer ones where it's on that steel cable and you lower it down like on a winch string pretty much. Let's see what this one does. I don't know if it's going to fall all the way off or come down at a certain spot and stop. Okay. I think you're supposed to be able to unscrew it like this. I don't know, I could be doing it completely wrong. I don't think so. It's a really long screw. I also kind of need the spare to put on the truck just to roll it around some if it'll hold air. Because one of the tires is getting ready to separate all the way. Almost there. I'm sure there's some way you're supposed to do it to keep it from falling, but I really don't care that much if it fell a little bit. Also didn't have to take it all the way out. I thought it fit through there somehow, and it does. I just didn't line it up right. But it would have been in the way while I was doing some other stuff anyway. So might as well just get it all out of the way. Slide this over. Out of the way. Get all the trash loose. So, get you in here. So then on the top side of these, I just have this big plastic nut that hopefully screw off pretty easy. And then from that, we can get this tire off this mount and get it out of the way. Can't tell if it's loosening up or spinning the whole thing. No, it's coming loose. Excuse me. Man. Also, while we're down here, I'll try to show you. But, I mean, it's pretty much rust-free everywhere. Here's the inside of the fender wells, the bed bottom, even the gas tank. And these aren't new gas tanks. These are original gas tanks in them. And it also has a problem that I've noticed now. It has I'm pretty sure it has a rod knock. I've driven it some, changed the oil out in it, and still driven it, and it's a very noticeable knock. It's not super loud, but it's definitely there. Yeah, I gotta put an oil pan gasket on it too. I noticed it was bulging out and all crumbling apart where it was old. So when I put the oil pan gasket on it, I'll probably go ahead and ignore all the mess over here. This is packing stuff that needs to be taken to the dump and or yard sale. Look at this way and see what I'm filming. You can see my pretty face. But anyways, as I was saying, it's got a little bit of, I hope it's not a rod knock, but I think it's a little bit of a rod knock. We might, if I can, when I get the gas can off, if I can, not the gas can, jeez, feel bad. When I get the oil pan off some other day, I want to hopefully can get to the rod caps and wiggle them, see if they've got any play in them. And I know it's not the best way to do it, but if they do have, if I find one, I think it's only one, and it just has to be just a little bit, because it's just it's like, you can only hear it certain RPMs, and if you're listening for it. Yeah. And I'm hoping it's just a little bit. If it is, and maybe we just sneak a new bearing in there, and call it good for a few more thousand miles, or forever. Who knows? I mean, these motors don't make a ton of power, and even if I did get it like 100% driving, I'm not going to put a ton of miles on this thing that much. I mean, this is a long thread on this thing. And of course it's old and it'll be tight all the way off. Now I hear it slipping on the bottom. Must have got all the pressure off of it. Let me hold it from this side. Yeah, I have to say Ford definitely improved the design of these with that style that just drops down on the rope. It's almost there, and that bolt it holds to is wanting to fall down out of its little sliced spot that holds it from spinning. What's holding it over there? Oh, what's this? You know, this would be a pain in the ass on the side of the highway. Pliers to hold that one while I turn it. small long thread. There's no reason for them to make it as long as they did. Oh, there we go. What is this anyways? What do we got here? Wrangler Highway Tread. Goodyear. Well, it looks better than what's on it. It'll hold air and I can drive it up and down the street here until I can get good tires and get it running right. Oh man, I got so much sweat in my eyes, it stings so bad. Sorry about that. Okay. See, it's real. I'm sweating. Not staged. Alright, let's turn it back around and I'll show you the gas tank bolts. They're a little rusty, but not bad. Gas tank looks pretty good. The front one, I didn't film very much on it. It's one of those longer styles. And I didn't jack the truck up before I started. And I was in a big rush because it was late at night. I had work the next morning. I really shouldn't even mess with it when I did, but I did. I don't like laying down like that. It makes me look like I weigh 1,000 pounds. It pushes on my neck skin up. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's see. So we got one there, and that's pretty much the rustiest part of the truck. Is just some of the nuts and bolts. If I can show you, there's the underside of the bed up in here, and then see, I mean, it's mint. I've seen new trucks with this much rust on them from the at the dealership on the parking lot, and they're new. All right, let's see. Let me go get my WD-40 and in my little electric impact, and we'll try to zip those off of there. Angle you up, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let me go find that. Okay. I have two. They're just cheap Harbor Freight ones, but they were pretty good. The small compact one was the please come off, and then the bigger you will come off. And if neither one of these work, I have a pneumatic one somewhere will drag out, but hopefully one of those two will get it. Get you angled here. Oh gosh, we're dragging the light. Okay. A little oil. Not a ton. I don't want it dripping all over me. Already getting dirty enough. We'll try to get on there as straight as we can. get showered in dirt. Starting to lose them. Okay. Well, I'm going to find the wrench for the back side. What size is that? Yep, about that big. What size is this? Probably rusted up and can't read it. It's a 15. Hopefully they use the same size on both sides. China. Where'd she go? Is that a 50? What do they do? Make the... You know, I don't know if that's a 15 or not. That's a little loose. It could be standard. I don't know. That's definitely not 15 on the other side though. Probably 14 or standard. Where'd she go? Alright. Now hit this part because you gotta watch your fingers whenever this decides to spin that wrench around. Oh. Okay, well. Not a 14? Oh, it's double-sided. 1 second. One side's the open side's 14, the closed side's a different size. What could go wrong using one this small? Trying to get it close to the frame as I can. One dirt bath later. And this isn't bad. Normally these things are so rusty you can't even tell where the bolts are, so I'm actually happy that these are even coming loose. The only thing I don't know is the tank sounds empty, but the fuel gauge is pegged on full because it's no good at all. So I just hope it doesn't have like 18 gallons of gas in it. I really hope it's empty. Okay. I guess I'll do the front one next and then we'll drop one side down. I can maybe tell how heavy it is then. I'm gonna let these other ones soak a little bit while I do this. Also, these little lights are nifty because you can fold them whichever way you need, and then lay one side down on the ground. You lose a little bit of your light, but then it holds it up like a little tripod too. And so, I like the battery lights too, but these are nice. Don't have to worry about them going dead when it's plugged into the wall. So that's another good thing about them. They're brighter too most of the time. And then, if you're in a garage where you got power, it's not a huge deal just to throw a extension cord down here. Okay. Get my wrench back. It's probably stuck in this bolt quite well. No, it came out nice. Good. Rusty rain. Totally didn't almost hit me in the face, if that's what you think. Uh-oh. Well, guys, I think we might be getting a new back gas tank. Pretty sure this one's got a hole in it, because that's gas right there. Man, so clean too. Such a clean, rust-free truck. But setting with gas in it, and they rust out here. This is like where they start from. Just because the moisture gets stuck in between that strap. But yep, definitely gonna need a new back gas tank probably, because it's wet. And yep, that's definitely gas. Old stinky gas. Well, shoot. It's okay though. We'll just go ahead and finish taking it down. Let me go see what my dog's barking at. He's got one bark, whether there's somebody out there or he's playing with another dog. It's all one angry bark. He has no play or not play bark. Monotone. Okay, I'm back. I didn't go out there. I started to, but then heard another dog barking, so it's the neighbor's dog. They're playing with each other. So let's see. I get that one in the same way I got the other ones. Whoop. I don't know where you're facing, but we'll leave you right there. And if you see it, you see it. If not, just imagine the same thing you saw on the other side. muchachos. Okay, let's go back here on this other side. The real question is, how heavy are you? Come here, phone. Let's get you out of the way. Don't want any expensive casualties. Okay. Try to get my foot up underneath here at least. Halfway catch it if it comes down. Not crazy full. But I think it definitely has some in it, feels like. Put a nut back on this side a couple turns just to hold it. Okay. Let's see. I think it's... If I remember, it's at a... I should have probably took the gas line, not the gas lines, the fuel filler line off of it first. Just get to it. Right there. You stay there and watch it fall off since I was holding it with the frame rails. Mr. Tire. Go out the way. And what I'm doing over here is just taking the rubber hose off the filler to the gas tank, or trying to at least get it broke loose where once it starts to come down I can get it pulled off. Because this rubber, the rubber just gets stuck to the metal after all these years, and sticking a screwdriver in there and kind of pries it loose always helps a little bit. Alright, let's see how bad we can screw this up. Flip you around. I can watch it happen to me on the camera while it happens now. Alright, so I believe the only thing holding it in the truck right now is it sitting on this lip right here on both sides. I should be able to slide it over and drop one end down. I'll probably slide it this way so I can have the side that's got the fuel hole be the side that faces up. I don't know, I'm winging it, man. way. Let's see. Oh, I see it. And I could be completely wrong, but I don't think there's any other mounts holding this. Let me think. Those two straps, fuel pump, wires, gas inlet. Should be the only things left on it. I should be able to get it down enough to get to them by now. There it goes. Okay. It doesn't feel like it has a ton of gas in it. So, hopefully I can wiggle it out now. I legit think the only thing holding it is the fuel nozzle over here. Get that undone. That's got some old gas in it. Gosh, that stinks. Oh man, that stinks really bad. Oh, but I'm going to take this exhaust off the hanger, aren't I? Crud. I mean, might not have to, but it would probably sure be a lot easier. The thing is, they're not easy to get off. Oh, no, that rusted up. Not rusted up, but stuck. Honestly, I think it's going to need a new one. That may break me trying to pull it out there. I may be able to get enough. I'm going to turn on this side. Maybe I'll get enough stretch out of it. I don't have to. What's that now? I get it. Angle just ouch, right? Something's in my back. Piece of rust. That hanger. So I'm pretty sure I want to tear it if I pull on it any more than that because it's pretty crusty. You know, before I call this tank dead, maybe we can, if we're lucky, maybe it was just leaking from around the fuel pump on top and trickling underneath the strap. I'm pretty sure it's going to be rusted out, but we'll get to that part here in just a few minutes. We're almost there. Just got to get it past that. And I really don't want to try to get that off. I mean, it's going to tear. It needs a new one anyways, but that doesn't mean I won't put one on it right now. Actually, I think somebody's already rigged it up. It's got something wrapped around it. It's not just the hanger. You know, honestly, as rotted as that is, I'm just going to cut it because the time I try to pull it off, it's just going to tear it anyways. It needs a new one. So, save myself the trouble of trying to pull it off just to rip it in the end. Get me some of these in here. Just nip it. That's about done. Yeah, she was roached. This is when you need just one more hand. Okay, got that far. Very good. Slow down. I know people are thinking like, wow, this video sucks. Or he don't know what he's doing. It's not I don't know what I'm doing. It's just that I've never done it or watched a video on it before. So, if you call that not know what you're doing, well then, I guess there's nothing really you can do about that. Okay, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm gonna just drop this side first. And then I can drop that side. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to be able to get this out. So I'm trying to get back to how I had it. Maybe. Because if it only rounded this tab right here on the edge of this tank, it'll slide right in. Honestly, I think that's a little bit of it, but most of it is this stupid rubber fuel line up there. I can't get off all the way. It's like stuck. The bathroom just fell on me. Okay. Yeah. One thing holding it is that stupid fuel neck over here. I think I can get to it. It's blown off. It's hot, Don. I'll show you. Let's let this catch on, and you'll laugh too. I'm sure I'm just doing it the wrong way. A little curl right there on the gas tank. That, like, legit, if they had just like bent it over just a little bit more, it would have slid right out. Super easy. And I don't know if I'm just taking it out from the wrong direction. Maybe it's supposed to drop the other side first, but I don't know how you get up there to reach that fuel nozzle to get it slid off by doing it that way. Doing this maybe, and taking it back a little bit like that, trying it from a different angle. See what we can do. Maybe I can get it to come loose up here on the, and get that loose. Maybe it'll come on off. One of those things, I guess, that, you know how you do, you get frustrated and you just target fix on doing it however you oh, snookums. Target fixate. Knock yourself out on the U-Haul hitch. All that good stuff. I'm gonna go up there on top of the gas tank and try to unhook that fuel line from both edges, both sides of the tank. Maybe it'll give me a little bit more to work with here. Run down from both sides. That's all we can do for wiggling it this way, maybe. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna unplug that. The good thing about knowing this fuel pump's completely shot is I'm just going to cut the cable going to it, and I can get everything and then plug it whenever it's not hanging in my way. Oh man, that's some right gasoline. I think this back tank may have went out first, and they quit using it before the front one, because this smells even worse than the front one did. All right. So on the fuel line up there, there's two little safety clips. They pop off, and then you get a tool that goes up in between the pipe and the fitting, and it has a little teeth in there it releases. And then it should, keyword, should slide off. This is going to be a really boring video, even worse than yesterday's. I got to work on making them shorter, but you know. So right here, so right here, these aluminum clips, just get a screwdriver underneath it, and they pop up. You get both sides off, take the clip all the way off. They look like this. Make sure you don't lose them because you'll need them, but just as safety. Make sure nothing happens and blows the fuel line off. That's one thing you don't want to happen. Yeah, alright, like that. Now, these fuel things like that, that fitting, you need a little tool that slides up underneath there to press those. I have to go find it. I had one I just used yesterday. Don't know if I can find it again, but hopefully we can. I'm going to pause though while I look, because it's going to take a minute. Okay, so I can't find one. But if you can't find your tool, if you have the top off of like a gear oil bottle, you can normally cut a slot out in it and then clip it. And then kind of make yourself a little homemade one, because the ones that you get aren't much different looking than that. They're just shorter. I had to do this on the last time I took the front tank off because I didn't have one that fit the front size. And you just kind of come back here and clip a spot in the thick plastic so it has a space to flex. I'll show you once I get it cut. Like that. You'll see what I'm going for here in a second. So cut a slit through one side all the way where we can open it up and get the line through it. And on the back, just notch out the thick plastic. That way you get a little bit of articulation. See how we can spread it open like that. And now we should be able to slide it up there from our hose. Hey, there's my light I need. Look, gravity helps sometimes. We'll go with our smaller one first, so I may have to trim this to make it fit that larger one. And we'll just push it up in there. and try to get it off. Of course, sometimes these things are stuck on here too, which always makes it fun. If they are, and I think they are, because they don't even want to spin. Okay, we'll try the bigger one first. Oh man. I think these are stuck, so we're gonna grab a pair of pliers and try to twist them back and forth. Try to spin them, break them loose. Okay, that one's freed up. That one's freed up. They're also got all kinds of dirt inside their connectors. Now let's give it a little try. Okay, that's not gonna work, so I'm gonna get some oil and spray up in there. Let it set for a minute, kind of loosen it up. Might look for a different oil cap. That one's a little thin. Normally they're a little bit thicker than that one. Let me see if I can find another one. We'll try that. If not, might just go get some from the parts store tomorrow. I had 3 of them yesterday. I don't know where I led the silly things. Okay, so parts stores are already closed. I wanted to get this tank out for tonight, so I just went ahead. Let me zoom in here so I can turn the flash on. Went ahead and I just cut the fuel pump pipe right there where it goes on the fuel pump. Like I said, I got a new fuel pump, so I don't care. That way I can get all this crap out of the way. You don't have to worry about it hanging all that weight on the hoses overnight. And I can get a disconnect tool sometime this weekend and take those pieces out. It'd be easier anyways like this. I don't have all that weight from the tank hanging. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a new tank too. Have to take it out there and clean it up next couple days to see if there's actual holes, or hopefully it just kind of leaked down the side, but I don't think it did. I think it's got some rust holes in it. But that should be about it for the night. I'm going to clean up and go in, watch some TV, cool off, because it's still like 80 degrees out here. Alright, see you next time. Sorry this is kind of boring probably, but sometimes that's just, you know, working on cars is not all glamorous. It's just a lot of just sitting here trying to get some little silly something to come out just a certain way. But catch you next time. Thanks for watching. So I actually decided to show one more part. We'll show getting this fuel pump out of the tank while I'm out here. I might be able to put a patch on the outside of that tank for now. If the inside's not rusted really bad and it's rusted from the outside in, I might just clean it up, sand it off really good, and put a little sealer of some kind, maybe some JB Weld, or I think they make stuff for gas cans or gas tanks. until we make sure the truck's actually gonna run and everything, and then I can come back and put another tank on it at some point if I need to. Okay, so let's get this situated here. All right, so it's pretty easy. There's a bunch of junk here. I'm just gonna get a broom or something to knock that loose crud off. And remember, this is gasoline, even though it's old, it's still very flammable, so no sparks or open flames, anything like that. Try to avoid power tools. Get you a chisel. There's these little ears right here. Just place it on the ear, gently tap it. It should start spinning. And that pops off like that. Let me grab that broom and knock off that dust again before I pull that off. I'm trying to keep as much trash out of the tank as possible in case I do end up being able to save this one. Like I said, I'm hoping the inside's still pretty good. If it's just a little pinhole, I feel comfortable temporarily patching it until we get the truck on the road and some miles on it. Then, nothing on there. This should come off. It may be stuck a little bit. Since it's an old one I don't care about, I'm just going to get a little tap here and there. Of course, you wouldn't want to do this if it was something you cared about, but most of the time you're taking the tank off, you're replacing the fuel pump anyways, so. Stuck on there good. Sometimes they are. I'm going to go get a little screwdriver to prise it off. There we go. There's a rubber gasket in here that sometimes gets stuck, and that one's pretty much turned to mush. Oh yeah, she's all corroded up. Yeah, oh she's crusty. Oh yeah. Just look at all this, it's like just dirt, trash, rust. This stuff gets old and brittle. I shouldn't be able to pull that off that easy. This tank might be gone. Let me get a flashlight and shine in there. Try to take a look at it. I don't know if I have a flashlight out here. Wait, I can use my phone on here and record it all at the same time. This is the part where you want to make sure you have electronic sources that don't make any kind of sparks. I'll turn that on. Come down here and look. Oh. I think might be getting the back tank too, guys. Yep. Yeah, oh yeah. She's gone. You can see all these big chunks of rust over here. Yep. Nope, that tank's gone. No, yeah. Huh. You see that? That's part of the fuel pump. That's actually one of the terminals. Here, I bet this is, besides it being all rusted, you can see how corroded it is. Look, it corroded. It's even corroded the contacts loose. See, that blue thing in there was one of these. It corroded all the way through. That was the float for back there. But yeah, she's dead, guys. All right, need a new back tank. It's not just rust. I believe they had a coating in here, but that's coming off too, and it's rusted, and it's got a pinhole in it. I think I can get like a new tank for like less than 200 bucks. This isn't ever going to cause you anything but problems. All this stuff is just going to keep flaking off. That sock that I pulled off, it'll get clogged up, and it's just no reason to even mess with it. But since it's flammable, I am going to stick this back in here. So I can seal it back up. Yep. Cut my finger open. And I just accidentally hit the pause button, just saying. I'm going to stick the locking ring back on this. Set it out here somewhere in the middle of the driveway. In case, you know, the flammables flame from something, some sparks or something like that. I won't have it inside my garage. So gas, it's not as flammable, but it will still catch pretty good. So that's all for this.